Hey, Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Brakatham to the Akim, and Shalom Yahweh Shamal Alatham by Hashem Yahweh Shai to the Akwathim. I'm Priest and Officer 50 Kashaka War, holding in for Priest and Officer Kawoga Ball, Priest and Officer 5000 Kawoga Ball. First of all, give the Lord a hand, man.
That's right.
First of all, give the Lord a hand. Second, let's give the school a hand. Let's give Commander Johnny Yohana, all the generals, all the captains, all the officers, all the troopers, all the young men, and all the sisters a hand. Hey, man, it's here.
That's
it's
right.
Here. We're here. The Lord's annual 54th Passover is days away now.
That's
We're
right.
days away from the Lord's annual 54th Passover being hosted by Commander Johnny Yohana.
Right.
So we're here, man. It's that time. So we're gonna get busy. Slakia, Israel. We're gonna get busy. We're gonna talk about the Passover, right? This is gonna be to talk about today's class is gonna be Passover and why we celebrate it, how we get to the point of having a Passover. So Lord allow it, we're gonna get into that. I want to say, man, listen, man, pay your tithes, be at the Passover, pay your Passover fee. I hope it's paid already for you, brothers and sisters. Also, I would like to say, let's get there. Let's have a good and glorious time with one another, and get to see the Lord's Passover be great, as it has been for many years, being greater and greater, and grander, and more closer to the Lord sending the Yahweh Shamashiach back. And it's just a glorious thing. Salaki, Israel. Today we got Priest and Officer 50 the Kun in the building.
That's right.
With me. We rocking out, Got some more brothers to come. They should be here shortly.
Right.
But listen, Israel, it's a glorious thing to be here. It's a glorious thing to be here doing the Lord's work, to be able to give understanding of what this Passover really is and what it really means to be part of it, and what's the meaning behind Passover. So without further ado, we're gonna get into these scriptures today about Passover. Also, Khan, can you get us started? Give me the book of Exodus, chapter 1, verses 1 through 22. Now, we're just going to read through. Of course, I'm going to do breakdowns so we can have a clear understanding of what we're reading. But we're really just going to do a run through so we can get to the meat and potatoes. This is just the beginning of this, is just to let you know, let Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people know, who went into the captivity and who went into Egypt as slaves, and how did we get here? I mean, how did we get there to the point of Passover? Of Salakia, we are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, coming out of 1 West Harlem, New York, 125th Street, under Commanding General Yohana since 1969, giving the truth out that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people are the true people that the Bible speaks of.
That's
as
right.
God's chosen people.
That's right.
Let's get to it, Israel. Let's get to it. Let's get it jumping. Let's get busy. You have that, sir?
Come.
Hey, go ahead and read, sir.
From the book of Exodus,
Go ahead.
chapter 1, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Now these are the names of the children of Israel.
I'm sorry. Read that again, Bob Kashaw.
From the book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel.
These are the names of the children of Israel. Now this is key. Now I know I just gave a class on Wednesday specifically speaking on the children of Israel, right? But that was for a different reason, to prove that Hispanic brothers and sisters were there in Israel, in Egypt. So now today's class is gonna go a little deeper, because we're gonna explain why they were in Egypt, but how we got up out of Egypt and what was the purpose behind that. So we're gonna understand what the book of Exodus really is. Okay, it's us exiting out of Egypt. But let's get a little more content. Now, these are the children of Israel. Go ahead.
Come. which came into Egypt.
Which what?
Which came into Egypt.
These are the people that came into Egypt. Go ahead.
Every man, his household, came with Jacob.
Say it again, sir.
Every man and his household
Go ahead.
Came with Jacob.
Every man in his household came with Jacob. This does two things too. Now I know I said it in the last class, but this also shows two things. The Lord put a man in charge of his home. The men are in charge of the home, not the woman. Right here, it shows you every man in his household. Can you read that again, Bob Shaw?
Come.
Read.
Every man.
Every who?
Every man.
Every who?
Every man.
Every man. Go ahead.
And his household.
And his household, meaning his woman and children. Go ahead.
Came with Jacob.
Came with who?
With Jacob.
Came with who?
With Jacob.
Came with who?
With Jacob.
Came with Jacob. Go ahead.
Come, verse 2.
Go ahead.
Reuben.
Yeah. Now see, when it says came with Jacob, read that part from came with Jacob so we can get a clear understanding what the next part is.
Come.
Go ahead.
Every man and his household came with Jacob.
Came with Jacob. Now, when it starts at now, when we going into it, it starts breaking down who. Now, each one of these people represents part of the 12 tribes of Israel. Go ahead.
Verse 2. Reuben.
Reuben is a tribe. Reuben is a tribe. Go ahead.
Simeon.
Simeon is a tribe. That is the Dominicans. Go ahead.
Levi.
Who?
Levi.
Levi is the so-called Haitians. That's the tribe of the Haitians. It's the Levites. Go ahead.
And Judah.
And who?
And Judah.
And who? And who?
And Judah.
And Judah. Hey, shalom, Lord of Christ. And Judah, which is the so-called Negroes in America. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Issachar.
The water. Issachar. The water. Issachar is another tribe that came. The ice should be sticking in the freezer. If anybody want ice, please get the ice. Cups. Use the cups. We got wine and strong. Go ahead. And we have chicken for the brothers. Just go ahead and eat. It's chicken for you brothers. Go ahead.
Zebulun.
Who?
Zebulun.
Now Zebulun is the tribe. The water. The water. When you get a chance, pour me a glass of wine, Baba Kashaw. Zebulun is absolutely one of the tribes. That's Panamanians. Okay, go ahead.
And Benjamin.
And who?
And Benjamin.
And Benjamin. The tribe of Benjamin, that is the so-called the Jamaicans, the so-called West Indian tribes. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Dan. And
hey, so like open the door. You left the door open, Marlosaw, the back door?
Hold on, 1 second.
All right, if you didn't, go let go your Allah in. Go ahead. You said who? Also the gun.
Naphtali.
Who?
Naphtali.
Naphtali. Those are Argentinians. Go ahead.
Gad.
The tribe of Gad.
And Asher.
And who?
And Asher.
And Asher. I believe the tribe of Asher is the tribe of Asher is the it's not the Colombians. Salakia. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. Let me just pull this up. I had it up. I was just Ecuadorian? No. I'll tell you right this second. Here we go. Here, I'll run it down again real quick. You have the tribe of Judah, which is the so-called Negroes. The tribe of Benjamin, which is the West Indians or the West Indians. You have the tribe of Levi, which are the Haitians. The tribe of Simeon, which is the Dominicans. The tribe of Zebulun, which is Guatemala to Panama. The tribe of Ephraim, which is the Puerto Ricans. The tribe of Manasseh, which is the Cubans. The tribe of Gad, which is Native Indians. The tribe of Reuben, which is the Seminole Indians. The tribe of Asher which is Colombia to Uruguay. And you have the tribe of Naphtali, which is Argentinian to Chile, and then you have the tribe of Issachar, which are the Mexicans, the so-called Mexicans. Hey, shalom, Lord in Christ. Read on.
Come, verse 5.
Go ahead.
And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob.
And all of what?
And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob.
Read that loins part again. And all the souls that came what?
And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob.
Came out of the loins of Jacob. Now, why does it say in all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob? Anybody?
If I may,
please.
Would that be in reference to the
wine
seeds?
is over that way.
The seeds? His seeds?
Absolutely. And say that again. Say that loudly.
In reference to his seeds, sir.
Now, when it says in reference to his seeds, it's speaking specifically is speaking of the seeds of Jacob. Now, this also goes to show you that it's not it is the seed of the father. So you are what your father is.
That's right.
Okay, so that just shows you who we are. But go ahead, read.
Were 70 souls.
Was what?
Were 70 souls.
70 souls, 70 families. Go ahead.
For Joseph was in Egypt.
Go ahead.
Already.
Go ahead.
Verse 6. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation.
Oh, the soda. Yeah. Give me one second. Let me pass this brother this. Salakia. Now what you said? Y'all the ball. Now go ahead, read it from the top. Baba Kashaw.
Top of 6 or top of 5?
Top of 6.
Come. Verse 6. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation.
Right.
Verse 7.
Go ahead.
And the children of Israel.
And who?
And the children of Israel.
And who?
And the children of Israel.
The children of Israel. See, I'm specifying these key points because I want brothers and sisters to understand that Israelites are the chosen people that God chose.
Right.
That Israelites are the 12 tribes. That the Israelites are the children that was in captivity, in slavery back in the Egyptian time frame. That these are the children, these are the brothers and sisters that were enslaved. Right. And I'm showing this for a key purpose because I want everybody to understand and comprehend what is the meaning of Passover and why we have Passover. Go ahead, read, sir.
Come. Fruitful and increased abundantly.
Go ahead.
And multiplied and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them.
Now, all this is basically saying what's always been true about blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people. We fruitful, we multiplied. We were fruitful and multiplied. If it's too much, now take the soda out. But if you can close it, Most High Christ, water. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people, we did what we always do. We multiplied. We do what we're doing now. There's nothing new under the sun. So in Egyptian time, when we started out at 70 souls, and then we grew. We flourished, as always. Go ahead.
Verse 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt.
Now there arose a new king under Egypt. Go ahead.
Which knew not Joseph.
That didn't know Joseph. Now Joseph had the one Pharaoh had a treaty with Joseph and was able and told Joseph to bring his families. So we just getting a recap of what's going on in Egypt and how we got there and then what took place. Now we're at the point that where is a new Pharaoh. He didn't know Joseph. He didn't have that agreement with Joseph. Read.
Verse 9.
Yeah.
And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel.
The people of the children of Israel, what about them? Go ahead.
Are more and mightier than we.
Is more and mightier than we. So what it's saying here is this new Pharaoh, seeing that the children of Israel have grown and we became very fruitful. So we're getting bigger and better. We're getting the jobs. Now we're get position. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 10. Come on. Let us deal wisely with them.
Let us do what?
Let us deal wisely with them.
The oppressors does what with us right now?
Deal wisely with them.
They deal wisely with us. They have crafty counsels when it comes to us. And this only goes to show you that the things that there's nothing new under the sun, right? But back in Egyptian time, they said, let us be wisely, let's deal wisely with them. They're getting too big in number. So let us deal wisely with them, which means they sat down and had crafty counsel on how to control population with blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people. If y'all think that this is what's happening in America about the knees on necks and them killing us, do you think that that's new? No, they've been doing this. This been happening in Egyptian times when we were in Egypt in this bondage. But we're gonna read on so we can get to. We want to get to the meat and potatoes. Read, Baba Kashaw.
Khan, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out of any war, they join also unto our enemies.
Now, what this here right here in this scripture, right, it's basically saying the Egyptians are saying, look, man, let us learn to control them before something happened, because if something happened with us in another nation or another set of people come to go to war on us, let's get them locked down so they don't want to go to war against us, because there's too many of them. Now, if an army come to war with us and then they join, they're going to be a massive army. So they didn't want that. So they was deciding to have crafty counsel against us to enslave us deeply. Goyalo.
So one of the crafty counsels was to make us Khan, sir.
Baba Kashaw. Go ahead.
One of the ways for them was doing that so we wouldn't join another country was to make us think we was Americans.
Well,
that was part of a crafty counsel.
Well, see, that's in today's time. I'm in Egypt right now. No, listen, it's okay, because what you're saying is absolutely right. In today's time, they freed us as we were slaves. How do they keep our mind? How do they keep hold? How do they keep us in slaves but take the chains off? Free them. Make them Americans.
Egyptians, like in that time.
In that time, we was Egyptians.
I don't think some of us didn't want to leave, sir. So lock it.
We gonna get to that. You jumping the gun. You jumping the gun. Get your goddamn testing. Come on now. But listen, hey, excuse me to you brothers. Hey, I mean to Israel, man. It's just wine, y'all. All right. So back to this glorious but gruesome truth about where we come from and where were we at, right? Read.
From Khan. They join also unto our enemies.
So they ain't want us to join into their enemies and go to war with them. Go ahead.
And fight against us.
Go ahead.
And so get them up out of the land.
Go ahead.
Khan, verse 11. Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters.
They said what?
Taskmasters.
Raise your hand. Who?
Verse 11.
No, read that part again.
Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters.
They set taskmasters over us. The same thing that they did in slavery time. They set taskmasters over us. Ones that to keep us in control. Ones to keep us in a low state, to not let us rise up but so high. Go ahead, sir.
If I may, to keep us busy.
Right, to keep us busy. To keep our minds occupied. They set taskmasters to keep us in position.
Right.
To keep us at bay, to keep us in a position where we wouldn't rise above where they didn't think we should be. Go ahead. Go ahead. You got something to say?
Khan, sir. A taskmaster today could be like a supervisor.
That's right.
A taskmaster today is absolutely a supervisor.
That's right.
A taskmaster today is your 9 to 5.
That's right.
That's your taskmaster. Your taskmaster is every bit. Look up the word taskmaster. Give me the definition of taskmaster. See, because let's get a clear cut understanding of what's going on. Moussa.
A lot of your political leaders are taskmasters.
That's right.
Man,
the
listen,
Democrats,
you're absolutely right.
The Christian church, like that one Democrat, one Democrat, that heifer. She said, what did she say? She said that she don't want blacks and Hispanics in Georgia raising their kids unless they have a high school diploma.
Unless they have a high school diploma.
They should belong to the state.
You understand this? Go ahead. You have that taskmaster. Read that.
Taskmaster, a person who imposes a harsh or onerous workload on someone. Salaki. You want to read it again, sir?
No, read it again.
Taskmaster, a person who imposes a harsh or onerous workload on someone.
Your taskmasters is absolutely your managers, your supervisors. Your taskmasters is the ones that runs these corporations, these companies, the ones that keep their foot on your neck. Please,
Right.
Officer Decan.
Well, Salakia, sir, taskmaster is the one who makes you work on the weekend.
Absolutely.
On the Sabbath.
Right?
Listen, the taskmaster is absolutely the one that's going to make you work on the Sabbath. The taskmasters is the ones to keep brothers, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people in check.
Right.
Read the scripture.
Come, to afflict them.
To what?
To afflict
To
them.
what?
To afflict
To
them.
what?
To afflict them.
Read.
With their burdens.
With what?
With their burdens.
Man, they wanted to put strife upon us. They wanted us to feel the burn. Go ahead.
Come. And they built for Pharaoh.
And what?
And they built for Pharaoh.
Man, work like slaves. Go ahead.
Treasure cities.
Who?
Treasure cities.
Man, go work and build my city up. That's what Pharaoh said. Go ahead. We're gonna put them to work so much that they're not gonna know which is up, down, left, or right. Salaki, answer that for me. Answer that for me. Put it
Lord Christ.
Hey, take that. He's in the headset. Tell him. Just tell him I'll be there. Tell him the back door be open.
Lord Christ, sir.
And if it's not, one of y'all go open the back door. Did you leave the back door open? Open the back door. Leave it unlocked. Just leave it unlocked. The water. Okay, back where we was at. Go ahead, where you said.
Come. I'm gonna start at the top of the sentence.
Please, Bubba.
And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities.
Go ahead.
Pithom and Ramesses.
Go ahead.
Salakia. Verse 12. But the more they afflict them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
Now, the more they afflicted us, listen, read that part again. I need that part to be clear. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 12. But the more they afflict them,
the more affliction that they did to us. Go ahead.
The more they multiplied and grew.
No sweat. Listen, take that, Salakia. Take that chicken, put it in the microwave. The more they afflicted us, the more we grew. The stronger we grew. Go ahead.
Come. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
And they was grieving. They was upset. They was angry because the children of Israel, man, we got a different. We endure so much. Salaki, we endure so much, but the Lord is allowing us to endure it. He's giving us strength. So they hated that. Go ahead.
Verse 13. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
To what?
To serve with rigor.
Man, they put us to serve. And they put us to serve and made us do it with such rigor. Go ahead.
Verse 14. And they made their lives bitter.
And they made what?
And they made their lives bitter.
The same thing that's happening right now in 2023 in the United States of America, right? It's happening right here in lawless America.
Right.
It's happening today. So the same thing that happens then is happening now. Go ahead.
Come. With hard bondage.
With what?
With hard bondage.
With what?
With hard bondage.
It's hard bond. It was hard bondage back in Egyptian time for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people. Go ahead.
And in mortar and in brick.
Man, in mortar and brick, they made us work sun up to sundown. They made us work like slaves, and then they treated us like pieces of crap. And they did it with rigor. They did it with such make them work harder, make them whip. The whip was there. They just didn't use physical whips as our enemy now does. Go ahead.
Come. And in all manner of service in the field.
In all manner of service in the field, they made us work like dogs. Go ahead.
All their service.
Go ahead.
Wherein they made them serve was with rigor.
Man, they had us do it like it was on. They was on us. Look up rigor. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I'm Kashak. You know they set a lot of they set your ribs up as taskmasters over you as well. I mean you ain't making enough money, so you get out the house.
In today's time, absolutely, they use our women as pit bulls. But let's get about Passover, because I need this. I need this to be understood. Why we're gonna go and celebrate the Passover, the Lord's annual 54 Passover. What's the purpose of us doing this? Why do we serve? Why do we go celebrate every year? And here's the reason why. Read that rigor.
Rigor. The quality of being extremely thorough.
Being what?
Extremely thorough.
So they made us thoroughly be slaves. They made us do the work thoroughly. They said, man, you're gonna do it right. And do it again, and do it again, and do it again. I don't care if it's right. Fix it. Make it better.
Yeah, perfect.
They was on us. Y'all see them temples? Y'all see them pyramids? They made us do that with rigor.
So
Please.
They made us build
Cities to Pharaoh. Cities. Absolutely. Go ahead.
Verse 15.
Drop that. Go down to give me the book of Exodus chapter 1 verse 22. Drop that. Now see, you brothers and sisters, you can go and read it yourself. You can read the whole book of Exodus to get a better understanding of it all. Right now, I'm trying to give you the bullet points so you can get a full comprehension of why we celebrate the Lord's 54, or why we celebrate Passover, period. Drop down the book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 22.
For the book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 22.
Go ahead, read.
And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, every son that is born, ye shall cast into the river.
Now, here I'm going to give you a brief story. You can read through the book of Exodus, the full chapter 1, and read through. But it got to a point where Pharaoh was like, man, kill all their firstborns. All their sons, because we were overpopulated.
That's right.
Y'all want the first birth control? There you go right here. Y'all want the first birth control? Here's the first controlled birth that was happening, that was recorded. You want the first, hold your thoughts, I got y'all. Y'all want the first birth control? Here's the first Planned Parenthood.
Right.
Please.
Come.
This right here. Read that part again, because this is something we need to understand. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people, we believe that all the things that they're doing now, it's new. We believe that all the things that's happening is new under the sun, but it's nothing new under the sun. Right, shalom, son, Lord in Christ. Ain't nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun, number one. Number two, this shows you that Planned Parenthood been planned. Right? Read that again, Baba Shaw.
Come. From the book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 22.
Go ahead.
And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying,
go ahead.
Every son that is born, ye shall cast into the river.
Say it again.
Every son that is born, ye shall cast into the river.
They said every son that is born, you shall cast them into the river. You want to talk about mass genocide? You want to talk about a Holocaust? Look at it. Look at this. Is this not a genocide? He said, go murder every Black, Hispanic, and Native American firstborn child. Right. Not firstborn, every male. Go murder them. Go murder. Hold your thought, I got you. Go murder every Black, Hispanic, and Native American child. Go murder them because they get too big. This is Pharaoh. You want to know your first Planned Parenthood? You want to know you want to know a real Holocaust? This is a Holocaust right
That's
here.
right. That's right.
You want to know murder? This is mass genocide here against people. Now, go ahead, Goyala, what you have for me?
Now, Sluggy, sir. Now, this goes to show you why didn't they say murder every first daughter? They said the son because the son carries the seed.
Absolute.
That's
Listen,
right.
get that brother in here, man.
Carry
Listen, get that brother in here because that brother, what he's saying is so outstanding. What he's saying is so outstanding is that he's showing what he just said. He's showing the proof that why the man is so important.
Right.
Why is the man so important? Why was it so purposeful that the man gets slaughtered? Because knowing that the man gets slaughtered, you know that there'll be no seeds. There'll be no increase in Israel. So guess what? If you murdered them, it'd be done.
Right.
But go ahead. It was no more on that.
Yes, there is, sir.
Go ahead. Read the rest of that.
Come. And every daughter ye shall save alive.
And every daughter, because they wanted to grow their people.
Right.
And if they take our daughters and have their way with it, with our daughters, because you are the seed of your father, guess what? You just make more of them.
Right.
So that's why they said save the girls. Save the girls.
Good night.
Kill the boys.
Come.
But let's keep pushing on. Is more?
Sir.
Give me the book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 1. Go to Exodus 2 and 1.
Come. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 1.
Go ahead, read.
And there went a man of the house of Levi
Go ahead.
and took wife, a daughter of Levi.
Now, let me explain this real quick. In the beginning, I gave you the book of Exodus, chapter 1, and told you these are the children of Israel. So it basically letting you know these are the children of Israel. Now, the Levites was included. So now this is one of the Levite brothers, right? Read.
Come. And the woman conceived and bare the son.
You need it, sir. Come on, sir. Go ahead.
And when she saw him that he was a goodly child, she hated him 3 months.
Now understand what's happening here. Pharaoh done called for all the firstborn or for all the men to be murdered,
Right.
all the children, all the boys
Right.
to be murdered. So they can't carry Israel couldn't grow any bigger.
Right.
So he said murder them. And then this Levite brother had a wife and daughter. And then he gave his wife seed. And it was a man. It was a boy. And he wanted, and this boy, she had to hide him for 3 months. She hid him for 3 months. Read that again. Read that part again.
Come. Verse 2. And the woman conceived and bare a son.
Go ahead.
And when she saw him that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months.
She hid him for 3 months. Go ahead.
And when she could not longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes and doubled it
Go ahead.
with slimy and with pitch, and put the child therein.
Go ahead.
And she laid it in the flags by the rivers.
She did what?
Laid it in the flags by the river.
Because she wanted to save her child from being murdered.
Right.
She wanted to save her child from being murdered. She done built him a little bassinet, a little baby boat, and she done slid him by the river. She done put him in the river. Go ahead.
The rivers break, Salaki. And his sister stood afar off.
Now his sister standing far off. She looking at this like this is madness. This is madness. You put my little brother gotta go on the boat so he don't get murdered. He gotta go get put in a basket and floated down the river so my little brother don't get murdered. This is the only way we can save my little brother. This is madness. How many women are watching their younger brothers being murdered in the street today?
Right.
How many younger brothers is watching their younger sisters get murdered in the streets today and turned tricked and turned whore. How many is this? How many is we're having it right now?
That's right.
And then now I'm saying that to show you back then the Passover started and we're keeping it because of the same thing that's happening. There's nothing new under the sun. But let me further prove what the Passover is and why we celebrate the Passover still to the day. Please continue reading, Baba Shaw.
Colonel Khan, sir. So wait, what would be done to him?
To say what would be done to him. Read.
Colonel Khan. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river.
Now, wait a minute now. Slow down. Let's taste these words.
Colonel Khan,
The
sir.
daughter of Pharaoh. The daughter of Pharaoh. Now, listen, you know who Pharaoh is? Now, Pharaoh is the one who just put out the decree to kill all of kill the babies.
That's right.
Kill the boys. Kill them. Murder them. But this is his daughter. This is Pharaoh's daughter. She went down to the water to clean her tail. And going to clean her tail, something happened. Please, Baba Shaw, read.
Colonel Khan. And her maids walked along by the river's side.
Go ahead.
And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it.
She said, what the hell is that? Go get that. Go ahead.
And when she had opened it,
Go ahead.
she saw the child.
She saw what?
She saw the child.
She saw what?
She saw the child.
She seen this male child. Go ahead.
And behold, the baby weep.
He cried. Go ahead.
And she had compassion on him.
And she what?
Had compassion on him.
The Lord allowed this Egyptian to have compassion for Israelite.
Right.
The Lord invoked the compassion in this heathen to have compassion for this brother, for this baby, this child. Go ahead.
And said, this is one of the Hebrews' children.
She said, what?
This is one of the Hebrews' children.
She knew right away this is one of the Hebrews' children.
That's right.
So listen, don't think they don't know who you are. They know who you are now. They knew who you were then. They know who we are now. Don't think because they run around here with these little curls and glued onto their hats. Don't think they don't know who we are.
Right.
Don't let them. Don't be fooled. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan. Then said his sister, the Pharaoh's daughter, shall I go and call thee a nurse of the Hebrew women?
Now listen. Now let's read that part. See, I want you to taste this word because you got to really comprehend what's going on right here. Read that again.
Colonel Khan. Then said to his sister, to Pharaoh's daughter.
Now, who's see to the child, to the child's listen to the child. His sister said to Pharaoh's daughter. This is Moses' sister. That's a servant under Pharaoh's daughter. This is one of her maids, one of her servants. She served directly under Pharaoh's daughter. So she's saying, do you want me to go fetch a what? Go ahead, read it.
Colonel Khan. Then said his sister, the Pharaoh's daughter.
This is Moses' sister. Go ahead.
Shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew women?
Should I go get one of the wet nurses from the Hebrew women so this child can be fed? Go ahead. Read.
Colonel Khan. That she may nurse the child for thee.
So she can nurse this child for you. Because this is going to be Pharaoh's daughter's child because she has compassion. So she wants to raise this child as her own.
That's right.
Read.
Colonel Khan. And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, go, and the maid went and called the child's mother.
So check it out. See how the Lord works for Israel?
Right.
You see how the Lord works for Israel? She went and sent her child down the water. And guess what? The child was found by Pharaoh's daughter, whose maid is his sister, and then the sister went and got his own mother
Brought him back.
to feed him and help him be groomed. The Lord is glorious. Get a Lord a hand, man.
That's right.
This is glory. Hey, listen. When you read this story and you start understanding how the Lord works, boy, it sends chills. It sends you chills.
Right.
You should be thankful that the Lord opened your eyes to understand this.
Right.
Go out quickly.
This is a big inspiration for any sister who want to have an abortion. Like, if you could be producing your kids, you could be having could be a prophet.
That's right.
It's bigger than that. No, what you're saying is absolutely it's absolutely right. Listen, for these sisters that's want to run around here murdering these children, you don't know which one of your children God is choosing to do His work.
That's right.
You don't know which. Listen, each one of you, your mothers said y'all wasn't shit. The world told y'all, Salakia for the language. The world told y'all wasn't nothing. Y'all would be amount to nothing other than gangbangers, drug dealers, and pimps, and nothing. Menaces to society. The Lord chose differently. The Lord said differently.
Right.
Your mothers could have aborted you.
Right.
It wasn't meant for that because you had work to do for the Lord. So these sisters that's running around here aborting these children, our brothers, our sisters, our kin is disgusting.
That's right.
Quickly.
Yeah, Khan, that almost happened to me. Nah, man, like I almost was taken out before I was born.
Look at today. It's happening every day, all around you. All around you. All around you is happening. But the Lord has spared us. Let's get back into the scriptures. Go ahead. Where you at? Tell me where you at.
It's the book of Exodus. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 2 and 9.
Go ahead.
And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, take this child away and nurse it.
And what?
And nurse it.
And what?
And nurse it.
Go ahead.
For me. And I will give thee thy wages.
And guess what? She got paid to take care of her own child.
That's
Read.
Right. And the woman took the child and nursed it.
Absolutely, she did. Go ahead.
And the child grew.
And the child grew. Go ahead.
And she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter.
And brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter.
And he had become her son. And she said, call his name Moses.
Slakia. Read it, sorry, sir. We already been there. Come on, the water, sir. We started out back there. We started out right before that, actually, sir. But we went right into that. Where you at now?
Exodus 2 and 10.
Read that.
And she said, because I drew him out of the water.
Go ahead.
And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown, that he went out into his brethren.
Go ahead.
And looked on their burdens.
Now Moses knew who he was because he was raised by he was right there. His mother was there. His sister was there. He knew who he was. Pharaoh's daughter knew who he was.
Right.
So it was at the point where Moses started going out and looking to his brethren. When it's saying brethren, he's looking at the Hebrew Israelites. He's looking at the other Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people. Read.
And he spied. And he spiked Salaki, spiked an Egyptian.
Go ahead.
Smiting a Hebrew.
Go ahead.
One of his brethren.
One of his who?
One of his brethren.
One of his who?
One of his brethren.
One of his who?
One of his brethren.
Read.
And he looked this way and that way.
So Moses looked back and forth. He said, Moses is looking, what is going on? Okay, nobody around. Go ahead.
And when he saw that there was no man,
There's bigger cups there. Go ahead.
he slew the Egyptian.
He did what?
He slew the Egyptian.
That's right.
Moses looked around and said, ain't nobody gonna help them? All right, and nobody paying attention? All right, hold on. Because, and listen, that goes to show Moses was not no punk. Moses was not no punk. You know what happened? The spirit, the Lord put something in him that it irked him.
Right.
Just like every time we see something misfortunate happening to one of our brothers and sisters, every time we hear about our children being in cages still at the border of Mexico, it disgusts us. It boils my blood. Every time you walk out in the street and you see one of your brothers and sisters hung over because the dope got him sick, and you see the choo-choo line around the goddamn block, it boils my blood. Every time I walk and go through the stroll and I see our sisters out there tricking so they can buy drugs, it boils my blood. It is disgusting. It is disgusting. And Moses was upset and he did not like what he saw. And he immediately went into action. Read.
And he hid him in the sand.
He done slid. Moses done did him dirty. He done smited him, unalived him, and then slid him up under the sand and buried him. Like, we ain't even gonna pay attention to him. Go ahead.
And when he went out the second day,
Okay.
behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together.
Good.
And he said to him that did the wrong, what for smiteth thou thy fellow?
Good.
And he said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us?
Right.
Please, sir. Please.
That sounds like blacks and Hispanics.
That's
right.
straight
That's
blacks,
right.
Hispanics, and Native
Who the
American
hell is
people.
you?
Hey, shalom, Lord of Christ. Shalom, Lord of Christ, to the brother, man. The water for signing in. Go ahead. That's Salakia, sir. That's absolutely some Judite stuff. That's absolutely some Levite. That's absolutely some Levite, brother. That's absolutely a Benjamite. Who the hell made you what? That probably was an Ephraimite, brother. Like, who the hell made you judge over me? Go ahead,
Right.
sir.
Kind of, I could. He probably tapped the guy that he was just getting ready to fight. Like,
Right.
who's
Right.
this? Right.
Talking to me like that. He don't know I'm about to beat you up. Probably him too.
Right.
Go ahead, Corey Howard.
Yes, sir. It's not funny, but it reminded me a little bit of the dude Corey Guns. He was on Cheaters, and he was a massive cheater. He was always cheating on his wife. Peter Guns, Salakia, sir. And
Right.
then he got on the show, and the dude walked up on him. He's like, "Wait, you a cheater too? Like, how you gonna do this?" Like, kind of so Salakia.
Right. But let's get more into it. Where you at?
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 14.
Give me that.
Khan. Intendest thou to kill me, as thou killest the Egyptian? And Moses feared and said, surely this thing is known.
So Moses said, God damn, I got caught. Somebody always seeing something. You know what I mean? He said, oh, now it's known. Y'all know what happened. Y'all know what happened when we think somebody saw something. We get low. We get low. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, when we think somebody saw something, we immediately get low. We flee.
I could.
Please, sir.
To all their points, Judaites go straight to North Carolina.
Right.
Or South Carolina, or Arkansas, or where no one will find you, right in the hood.
We go
That's
south.
right.
We go south. General Hyman said it's as old as as Israel itself.
Right.
We go south.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We know how to go get low. Go ahead, sir.
One more. We go to the Bronx.
And hide amongst the Ephraim and Simeon immediately.
Yeah.
And then we come up with 8 more kids and 2 more wives.
Yeah.
All of his Spanish tribes. Absolutely. You know what? I might go visit the Bronx. Hey, Slakia. Go ahead. Last point.
Like it, sir. Like Officer Donnie was saying, even when we go down south, the curses don't stop. The country Negro will chase you through the woods with a shotgun.
Because you come down there with those city ways.
Okay.
The city boy coming down here stealing all our country women.
Yeah, right.
Because they thicker than grits. Hey, Salakia, we get it. Let's not get on topic. Let's finish reading 14. That was the end of 14. Drop down to the book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 23. Baba Kashaw. That list there, that's pretty much the list of what we're following.
Come.
Go ahead, give me that.
And it came to pass and process.
Tell them where you at.
Exodus, it's the book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 23.
Go ahead.
And it came to pass and process of time that the king of Egypt died. And the children of Israel signed by reason of the bondage.
Okay.
And they cried, and their cry came up unto God by reason of the bondage.
Okay, so read the chapter 23 again, Baba Kashaw. Salakia.
And it came to pass and process of time that the king of Egypt died.
Now, so everybody have a clear understanding what's going on is the king of Egypt, the Pharaoh of that time, that Pharaoh that was so, that plotted against us, and when they had the wisecrafty council, he had died. So now there's another Pharaoh that's coming to fruition. Now we already know, you brothers and sisters, y'all can read on through the book of Exodus. I'm skipping through. I'm trying to get to the point of why we celebrate Passover. Right here, I'm going here to show that the Pharaoh passed away, and that now Egypt is changing. Is changing over. Go ahead, read where you are.
Book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 23.
Start with after died. Go to in the children of Israel. Go ahead.
And the children of Israel signed by reason.
Go ahead. Side by reason.
Side by reason of the bondage.
Now, because we took a deep breath, we side by the reason, Salaki, of bondage. It's the same thing we do now. We're sighing by the bondage we're in. Go ahead, read.
And they cried.
And they what?
And they cried.
And they what?
And they cried.
And they cried. We cry out now.
Salam.
Please, quickly. We got to get back to this. Go ahead.
So when when this is talking about when the king of Egypt died and they cried, is it like when John F.K. died and Negroes was crying?
This cry is because another king is coming in play. Okay, it's the cry that we cried out when Trump left out of office. And then someone else was coming in to replace him. We don't know the sickness that the next one is bringing. We knew what the sickness of this one had dealt out. Now we got somebody else that's about to rule over us. We already in bondage. That's why when you read this scripture, read it again from the top. Actually, read from after died and the children of God. And the children of Egypt, the children of Israel, go ahead. And 23. And the children of Israel.
Wait, that's 23. And it came to pass in the process of time that the king of Egypt died.
Now, over time, the king of Egypt died. Go ahead.
And the children of Israel sighed.
And the children of Israel sighed. They sighed. Go ahead.
By reason of the bondage.
By reason of the bondage. Now they looking to see if they get a relief. They sighed to walk the water. They sighed the reason of bondage. They're seeing if they get it's through the reason of bondage. You understand what I'm saying here? It's like it's like taking a breath of relief. Are we gonna be relieved?
Right.
Or are we gonna be put in more bondage? Read.
And they cried.
And they did what?
And they cried.
And they cried. Now this is how you're gonna know what the cry was.
Right.
Read.
And their cry came unto God by reason.
The cry came unto God by reason. Read the next part.
Of the bondage.
Of what?
Of the bondage.
Of what?
Of the bondage.
It came to the cry went out to the Most High God through the bondage. So they're crying about the bondage. They're praying to the Lord. They're crying out. It's the same thing when we go to class and we're saying them prayers. When we have them high holy day, we're crying out to the Lord. We're crying out to the Lord. When we say destroy the airwaves and we pray against our enemies, we're crying out to the Lord because of the bondage, because of the hell we're going through. It's a cry to stop to pray the Lord to stop the pain, to stop what we're going through. And guess what? Go ahead, Bob Kishar, make it quick, sir.
If I may,
please.
We cry because every new leader, every new president, every new
absolutely,
king, you know, is sick.
And more than sick, they constantly crying. Right. And this is that cry that see what you're saying is you're showing that ain't nothing new under the sun, and it only goes to show what I'm saying. The reason why we celebrated Passover then is the same reason why we celebrate Passover now. This is why we still continue it. See, I wanted to give the history of why we do it. Hey, Shalom, Shkata. I wanted to give the history of why we continue why we started Passover and what started Passover and why we continue to keep Passover. Bible can show you look me out, sir. Right? Oh no, you finish reading. I need you to read.
Calm.
No ice. I'm good. I'm 12. It's still cold.
And God heard their groaning.
And the Lord what?
Heard their groaning.
And the Lord what?
Heard their groaning.
Man, the Lord heard that cry. He heard that grumbling. He heard that urge, that want, that need to get away from the bondage. Go ahead.
And God remembered his covenant.
And he what? And the Lord what?
Remembered his covenant.
The Lord made a covenant with our ancestors, and he remembered it. Go ahead.
With Abraham.
Go ahead.
With Isaac.
With who?
With Abraham.
And who?
And Isaac.
Go ahead. And who?
And with Jacob.
He remembered the covenant that he made with these brothers. Go ahead.
And God looked upon the children of Israel.
Go ahead.
And God had respect unto them.
Man, the Lord still had respect for us, man.
That's right.
The Lord, because we cried out, and we was, and at this time, you know, we had a set of rulers that had over 700 gods. And we remained, we still cried out to ours. Meaning what? Meaning what? Why did the Lord hear us? Goyala.
Because no matter how many Christmases they were celebrating, how many Thanksgivings they were celebrating, New Year's, we still said, forget them. We tired of the slavery. Let's serve our Lord again.
You scratching the surface. Anybody else? You scratching the surface. Don't say Salakia. You on to it. You scratching the surface, but it's deeper than that. You want to take a try, Monsal? Why did the Lord hear us? Why did he hear us groaning and hear our cry? Why did he hear it?
Because it was always brothers like the ISUPK back then that stood up and said something about it, about the bondage and about what we was going through.
Why did the Lord hear us? Because of the bondage we cried about. But why did the Lord hear us here? See, it's a key thing here, and it's the same thing that's going to save us now. Why did the Lord hear us cry out then in Egypt? Why did he hear us? And why did the Lord have respect for us? He already had he said he gonna hold the covenant strong, but why did he hear us? This is a key thing. Right here is a very key thing that you need to know this. Go y'all, give me
I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
Because Abraham, Isaac, Jacob didn't break the covenant, sir.
No. Go ahead, try again, Mosa.
Yeah, kind of, because the Lord made a covenant with us.
No, sir. Would you like to go ahead and give it? Go y'all.
One more, sir.
Come
Because
on.
we started following law, statutes, commandments in Egypt.
That's it right
yeah.
there, because we were still keeping
Come
the
on,
law, statutes, and commandments, because the Lord can't hear us if we're not doing that. That the Lord, I learned that. I learned that as a young man coming into the truth, that the Lord don't hear when we in the world, He don't hear us.
That's right.
He don't hear the cries of sinners.
Right.
He don't hear us. But He does hear the cry of priests and prophets of the Lord.
That's right.
He does hear the cry of the people when they're following the laws, statutes, commandments, and judgments. That's simple. It's really that simple, and it's glorious.
Right.
You have to follow them. And guess what? Right now, we're crying out to the Lord. That's why things is moving. The Lord, the Commanding General Yohana said he want to take over the airwaves.
That's right.
Who's that for? He's taking over the airwaves for the Lord.
Right.
In our prayer, he prayed to destroy and let us take over the airwaves. Guess what's happening right now? We are in the airwaves musically. We are in the airwaves podcasts. Right. We're in the airwaves. It's moving.
That's right.
It's happening. You know why? Because Commander Jerry Hanna does the work of the Lord.
That's
and
right.
He prayed for it. And it's happening.
And
right now. Then they heard our cries. The Lord heard our cries because we were serving Him.
That's right.
So He hear our cries now. And the only way He will continue to hear them if we continue to serve Him. Okay, now drop that and go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter. Not Deuteronomy. Give me Exodus 3:1. And we're gonna jump around here because we're trying to get to the meat and potatoes. I'm gonna say it's about to be already 24 after. I'm about to say, Jesus, Lord, where the time go?
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 3, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law.
Now this is Moses went out into the world. Moses went out into the world after he slew the Egyptian. He went out into the world. He went and he went on the run. He got low, and he married another. He married a daughter, the daughter of Jethro, and he went and he became a simple man. He just was chilling, doing what he do, kept the flock, and guess what? He was chilling. Go read.
The priest of Midian.
Go ahead.
And he led the flock to the backside of the desert.
Go ahead.
And came to the mountain of God.
Go ahead.
Even to Horeb.
Read.
And
go on through.
And the angel of the Lord.
And who?
And the angel of the Lord.
And the who?
And the angel of the Lord.
Go ahead.
Appeared unto him.
Go ahead.
In a flame of fire.
In a what?
In a flame of fire.
Go ahead.
Out of the midst of a bush.
Uh-huh.
And he looked, and behold, the bush burnt with fire, and the bush was not consumed.
Man, imagine in this time right now, you walking around, you're moving around, you handle your business, you taking care of the flock, or you handling the money business, and you walk upon a bush and that thing just on fire, but it's not burning.
Right.
It's on fire, but it's not burning. And your mind just got blown. You what the hell? You don't do drugs, so you're trying to figure out what the hell did you drink too much? Go ahead.
And Moses said, I will not turn aside and see this great sight,
I'm not turning away from this. What the hell is wrong? First of all, I need to see what's going on. Go ahead, keep reading.
Why the bush is not burnt.
Why is the bush not burned? Go ahead.
And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God called unto him out of the midst of the bush.
Go ahead.
And said, Moses, Moses. And he said, here am I.
Go ahead.
And he said, draw not name, hider, put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place whereon thou standest is holy ground.
Go ahead.
Moreover, he said, I am God of thy father.
I'm the Lord of your father. Go ahead.
The God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob.
Go ahead.
And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God.
Man, that's heavy right there. Go ahead, make it quick.
I mean, don't that cut everybody that say that they seen God and they was happy and and they was smiling and rejoicing?
That does more than that, Marsaul. That does more than that. It does more than that, because in that we're gonna use that for another class, because then you have to go into when Moses asked to see, the face of the Lord. Let me see you, and then he and why he shined and stuff. That's another class. That's another time, because then you have to go into those precepts. Okay, well, come on, let's keep reading. Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people.
Now, this is the key part right here, right? In Israel, we was in captivity, and he heard the cry. So he talked to Moses. He said, yo, I'm seeing what's going on. I'm seeing the pain. I hear my kids. I hear my children. Go ahead.
Which are in Egypt.
Which what?
Which are in Egypt.
I see what blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people are going through. I hear their cry. Go ahead.
And have heard their cry.
And what?
And have heard their cry.
Go ahead.
By reason of their taskmasters.
By reason of their who?
Their taskmasters.
What do we have right now? If you work at Amazon, you have a taskmaster. If you work for New Jersey Transit, you have a taskmaster. If you work, you have a taskmaster.
Right.
If you don't own your own, even if you own your own business, you have a taskmaster. Right. You got to pay them taxes, don't you? That's right. Salakia, so you want to say something?
No, I was going to say exactly what you said.
Because if you own your own business, you have a taskmaster. Because guess what? You have to render unto Caesar what is his. So you have a taskmaster. Go ahead, read it.
For I know their sorrows.
He knows what?
I know their sorrows.
The Lord knows our sorrows. Then he know our sorrows now. Go ahead.
And I came down to deliver them.
What?
And I came down to deliver them.
Now this one, he came. The Lord said, "I'm gonna go ahead and hook them up. I'm gonna deliver them from out of this pain, from this agony, from this strife. I'm gonna deliver them out of this." Go ahead.
Out of the hand of the Egyptians.
Out of what?
Out of the hand of the Egyptians.
I'm gonna pull them up out of the hands of the Egyptians. I don't even like this. What's going on no more? I'm done with them. I'm too through. Go ahead. It's napkins above your head, sir.
And to bring them up out of the land unto a good land.
Into what?
Into a good land.
So to bring us up out of this land and into a good land, which I know that land further on is milk and honey. But read. Hey, shalom, sis. Yahweh Shema Thumb. Shalom, Yahweh Shema Thumb. Hashem Yahshua. Go ahead.
And a large unto the land.
Go ahead.
Flowing with milk and honey.
Go ahead.
Unto the place of Canaanites and the Hittites.
Go ahead.
And the Amorites and the parasites, and the Havites,
Go ahead.
and the Jebusites.
Go ahead.
Now therefore,
Where you
behold,
at?
Exodus 3 and 9.
Go ahead. Read that.
Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is come unto me.
Drop that. Go down and go to 10.
Come. Exodus 3 and 10.
Read.
Come now therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt.
Now, so we have a clear understanding what's going on. Again, like I said, you can always go back and read Exodus from 1 and read on through, and you'll have a clearer understanding. I'm just giving you a brief synopsis of how when we got into Egypt, what happened, what took place. And right now, at this point, Moses done went on a run, and the Lord done said, look, I need you to come up off of your run. I need you to go back up in Egypt where you're running from. And I need you to go free my children. All your brothers and sisters in them, go get them. I need you to go right to Pharaoh. And this is a cocky move. This like you done went. Now I want you to think in today's time. You in America and you done went and put slugs in a couple of people, right? Because you ain't like the way this cop was treating your family. And you done duffed them. Boom, 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 boom. And then you done hit the body. But some other Israelites seen them and they done ran. They be running their mouth and whatever, have you. You done slid down south, cooled out. You done got a whole new family, children and everything.
Right.
You done did what you do. You know what I'm talking about? Probably changed your name. Listen, man, I go by Cool Ranch. That's my name. I'm Cool Ranch now.
Right.
You know what I mean? I ain't even Moses no more. I'm Cool Ranch. I'm Mr. Sly. That's all. I'm
Right.
Sly Gang. And now the Lord done called Moses and said, yo, I need you to go back up top and go free my children. I need all of them from New York. I need all the 5 boroughs. Go snatch all that up. Go bring all of that back to me. And go to the president and tell him, let them go. Now, everybody know you done did the murder. Now the Lord is telling Moses, I don't care about that. And I don't need you to care about it. Slide back up there and go get my children. And you're going to go free them. You're going to go free my children. This is what's happening in the Bible. I'm putting it in this content so you can comprehend, like in today's time, this is what's happening then. Go free my children. Quickly.
Yes, sir. So basically, he wanted, if it was today's time, he wanted a Negro to go to the White House. So go right into the White House and tell the president.
Go tell the president.
People.
Go tell the president.
Good night.
And the president know that you did what you did.
Come on.
I need you to go walk up right up to the door, knock on it and boldly too.
Good night.
And go tell him, yo, listen, my man's the big homie, the Most High God, the one that made all of this stuff, not just 700 and how many gods you praise, the big one, the minds. He said, it's over. We out of here. And I need you to let us go. This is what's happening.
Right.
The Lord said, go do this. So Moses got a choice. He can tuck his tail and say, is you crazy? Or he going to do what the Lord told him. Let's read on.
And Moses said unto God, who am I that I should go unto Pharaoh?
Moses said, I'm a nigga from Salakia for the language, Israel. Salakia. I'm from Jackson and Bayview. Who am I to be going to the president's and go to the president of the United States?
Right.
What? Who am I? Go ahead.
And that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt.
Who am I to be walking up to the president and say, Lord, who am I to be going to go get your children? I'm a nobody. I'm a no. You want me? You sure you talking about the right one? Maybe you ain't got the right Negro.
Right.
Go ahead, sir. Please, Baba Shaw.
To be more like the King of England.
more than right. Khan. It'd be
Khan.
more like the King of England because is a like a heavier thing than the
Yeah.
president. The president's
President.
we know
Right. Corporation.
right.
Right.
But the King of England is more of you're right. You're absolutely right. So it's more like the King of England. But go ahead, finish reading.
Khan. And he said, certainly.
wait. Go ahead, read it.
And he said, certainly,
Yeah.
I will be with thee.
He said what?
I will be with thee.
Go ahead.
And this shall be a token unto thee
Mm-hmm.
that I have sent thee, which thou have brought forth the people out of Egypt.
The Lord said, don't even worry about it. I got you. You with me. And with being with me, ain't nothing gonna happen to you. It's like a token is with you, like a good luck charm, so to speak. Slide it, please, sir.
He's saying, tell him I sent you.
We didn't get you right. We coming right there, sir. It's right there. You listen. So I did homework. I did homework this time. I did good homework because I was reading this. I said, "Damn, this is powerful to understand." And just so everybody can have a quick catch up, man, I'm explaining why we still celebrate the Lord's Passover and why we're going to go and celebrate it. I'm trying to give you a brief synopsis of it all, right? And just give you an overall view of us being in bondage then and us being in bondage. The time is up. The time is near.
Right.
Okay? But I'm going to give you how the time was speedily. I'm going to chop it up, and I'm gonna give you how it went. Let's go. Let's get back into it because we need to move along. If the time is running fast, Jesus.
Right.
When you're enjoying class, it sucks because you like, and I'm loving the topic. It's glorious. Go ahead. Let's go.
Ye shall serve God.
What?
Ye shall serve God.
What?
Ye shall serve God.
Read.
Upon this mountain.
Man, listen. Lord said, "You gonna serve me." Go ahead.
And Moses said unto God, behold, when I come into the children of Israel,
Go ahead.
and shall say unto them, the God of your fathers,
You know it's going there, right? So go ahead.
have sent me unto you.
Stop. Go ahead. What you got, sir?
Moses knows how hard-headed and ignorant our people are.
Commander Jeremy Hunter.
So he had to ask the Lord. All right, I'll go to the king. Okay.
Right.
Go to the king and say this. But I gotta say it if I could.
Please.
These niggas.
Right.
What am I gonna tell them?
Right. Hey, so if I may, let me expound on what Officer Dunya is speaking of. He's saying Moses said, first of all, Lord, okay, you want me to go to the king.
Knock on the palace.
You want me not knock. You want me bang on the palace door. When I get there, it don't matter the time. You just want boom, boom, boom. Who is it? It's Moses.
Yeah, God.
Yo, you gotta let all of the Israel go. Okay, I got you, sir. So you telling me go do that. All right, that's the first one. Right? Then you want me to go turn to all of Israel and say, yo, follow me. I want to try to understand the depths of this because Moses is like, are you serious?
that might have been the hardest.
Please, sir.
That might have been the hardest part of the whole mission.
You want me to go tell blacks? You want me to go tell blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people, shut the hell up and follow me. You ain't got no say-so in the matter. I'm telling you, the only way you can do anything is just, yo, come on, let's go. Move. We moving right now. Please, quickly.
So that's like telling our cousins and our sisters, I'm a prophet.
Yeah,
They go like, what? Nigga, go to sleep.
I just told this to a cousin, and he looked me dead in my face, sitting right in that chair where Mama saw sitting, and said to me, Nigga, have you lost your mind?
It's Salakia, sir.
Wait, hold up. And then right after that, he told me there were no Puerto Ricans in Egypt. He told me that right there. Wednesday, if you didn't catch Wednesday class, please go back and watch Wednesday's class. Because Wednesday class, I absolutely brought these scripts, some of these scriptures out, and others proving that there were Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and all the 12 tribes was in Israel. You know what I mean? All the Israelites was in Egypt, enslaved. Quickly, because I want to get on to this.
That's just like any brother that committed murder in their life before they changed their life or whatever, sir.
Right.
That was Moses. He murdered. That was unlawful what he did.
Right. Not that he just murdered. He murdered one of Pharaoh's guards.
And the children of Israel, they remembered. They know that. So when he came back, they knew, oh, you the one that...
Oh, you the gangster.
You the one that buried the Egyptian. I remember you.
Right.
What you about to say?
Let's go. Let's get to it.
And they shall say to me,
mm-hmm.
What is his name?
And who the hell is this? Who the hell is this Negro? Who is this Negro talking to me? When I've been pimping since pimping ain't been pimping. Who the hell is this? Who this nigga telling me how to do what I do? Go ahead, read.
What shall I say unto them?
He said, He said, Lord, what am I gonna say to them? Go ahead.
And God said unto Moses,
go ahead. This is important. Go ahead.
I am that I am.
What?
I am that I am.
I am who I say I am. That's heavy. What? That's cocky. That's beyond cocky. That's some real Judaism. I am who I said I am. What the hell are you talking about? Now shut the hell up and let's go.
That's right.
I kind of did that last night. I'm going to tell you about that at the class. Salakia. Go ahead.
And he said, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel.
Man, this is what you tell the children of Israel. Go ahead.
I am had sent me unto you.
I am, it has sent me to you. Who the hell is I am?
God.
Because you know the next question. Who the hell is I am? You know who I am is the biggest homie.
Right.
He said, yo, let's go. Go ahead, read.
15. And God said moreover unto Moses, Thus shall thou say unto the children of Israel.
And this is what you say to the children of Israel. Go ahead.
The Lord God of your fathers.
The Lord God of your fathers. The man that made the covenant, the Lord. Go ahead.
The God of Abraham.
The God of Abraham. Go ahead.
The God of Isaac.
The God of Isaac. Go ahead.
And the God of Jacob.
And the God of Jacob, which is only one God. Not those 700 and I don't know how many gods they over there doing. The one who made all the earth, all the world, made you. Go ahead.
Have sent me unto you.
Has sent me to you. Go ahead.
This is my name forever.
And this is my name forever. Go ahead.
And this is my memorial.
Now y'all understand. This is my memorial. Meaning this is always gonna. This is my legacy. This is always gonna happen. This is always to be remembered. Go ahead.
Unto all the generations.
Unto what?
Unto all generations.
That's why we celebrate the Lord's 54th. That's why we're gonna have the Lord's 54th Passover in the next week. Because guess what? Back then we did this, and right now we did this. It's showing you there's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
Please, sir.
That's right. Salakia. The Most High is being so. When I say these words, I'm using them
loosely,
lightly.
Yes, God.
I don't want no repercussions from the Lord from this. But being so cocky and so and such a Judite, because he never actually said. It's almost like it's reminding me when I'm talking to you and you say something to me. Man, who created this?
Right.
Who created that? Did I not dunk on you from the foul line?
Right.
Did I not give you 40 and you couldn't do nothing about it?
Right.
Tell them the one that had a triple double on them.
Right.
Have sent. have sent you.
Right. That's exactly what's being said here. The Lord is.
I'm not giving you my name yet, Slock.
Right. No, you too up, sir.
No.
Listen,
Right.
I'm telling you, listen,
Good night.
go
John.
and do what I told you to do and tell them
John.
this is what I said it is. Not what they. That's it. I
That's
said
it.
go.
Yeah.
And
Right.
hold it
Yeah,
down.
right, sir.
The Lord is saying go, do, and just happen and let it be. I'm
Right.
telling you what to do. Go do this. And tell them I said it. Well, who the hell are you? Who I say is you? Me.
Me.
Yo, that's some heavy stuff to
Right.
tell somebody. That's really some heavy stuff. Imagine walking in your mother's house saying, God said do this. Do it. Your mother gonna look at you like you lost your goddamn mind. Imagine walking into your father's house and telling your father, the Lord said, this is how we moving from this day forth. And if you put another goddamn tree up, you're done. I want you to understand what Moses got this is his job he got to go do. The pressures of this right here is serious. Now imagine Commander Journey Hannah in the early stages of him, the Lord saying, go do. Imagine that. Yo, man, that's why you gotta give it up for the general, man. That's why you gotta give it up, man. Because he said, go do. He told the general, Commander Journey Hannah, go do. And without fail, he went and did. The same thing what Moses did then. Not trying to compare the two. I'm just showing you when the Lord chooses you, you're chosen. You're chosen. And that's why, brothers and sisters, I implore you to, when the Lord allow you to open your eyes, when he allow you to hear, when he allow you to see this truth, you better stay to this truth.
Fact.
Because you're chosen. And to be chosen, ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. But let's get to it. Drop that. Let me see. Was it more on that I wanted?
Yeah, it's more on this.
It's a lot more. They can go back and read it themselves. It's more. Give me the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 1. Because we got to move this along because it's already 8:32 and we're moving so fast. And it's fun. It's fun. This is glorious. Quickly, go, y'all.
Yes, sir. Real fast. Yahushua was told to do this at 12 as a kid.
Well, actually, Yahushua was chosen from birth.
Khan. So we started preaching out around the age of 12.
He was chosen since birth, and he went into the temples at about 12.
Imagine a 12-year-old kid telling you what to do. And you like,
I want y'all to really understand something.
Uh-huh.
I want y'all to understand something, and I'm not comparing Yahushua to no brother in the truth. Because it's not a comparative thing. I want to show y'all something. Right now, how many brothers is older than their key camp leader?
good night.
Mm-hmm.
You got to give reverence. You got to give respect to these brothers.
That's right.
Oscar Walker, he's held in high esteem.
That's right.
To me, I'm older than this brother by at least 20 years, minimum. About 20 years. But the Lord chose him to be wise.
Right.
The Lord chose him.
That's right.
Who am I to question that? You understand? So Yahushua, the gift that he was given was glorious. And guess what? The gift that Oscar Walker brought, brothers like Oscar Walker brought, also Barack, what? Mean. They mean with their deliveries. These brothers is young, 20s, Twinkies. You still in your Twinkies. Own up to that. Own up to this gift that the Lord is giving you. You chosen. Don't fall. Don't fall, because guess what? Like these brothers chosen all throughout the Bible. Everybody is chosen. They told me I wouldn't be nothing but a goddamn jailbird and drug dealer. That's what they told me. My own mama said that. Don't help him. That nigga he gonna be a menace.
Right.
He gonna be and I was just that.
That's right.
I would listen to me. I was just that until the Lord said, "All right, come on now."
That's right.
You know how when Christ went to Peter and Paul and all of them said, yo, come with me? At some point, the Lord said, yo, come with me.
Come.
And guess what happened? I heard, I listened, and I made the change, and I made the choice. Just like you, brothers.
That's right.
That's what this is. It's plain and simple. And now we hold the Passover every year.
That's right.
Sir, please.
Like Peter and the rest of them, the brothers who Christ gathered up at the beginning, said the scripture says they dropped their nets and followed him straightway.
Right.
You drop, and I drop the drugs we was selling and using.
Right.
Straightway.
Right.
And follow Christ.
We
That's
let we let the connects go.
So
Please, sir.
let the connect go is about as hard as getting off of drugs. About as hard as kicking heroin or dope or whatever it is that you want. Letting that number go, because that number that you got is better than. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Come, sir.
When the price is at 56 and you still getting it at 19, let that go for the Lord.
12.
Well, I mean, some cases 11, depending on who you are. So but when you know, this is why I'm dabbing you, because when you give that up for the Lord,
God, that's right.
Ain't nothing more powerful.
That's right.
Ain't nothing more powerful when you can let it go when you can let that number go 12, 11, and you say, damn that. When you can let your wife go and your children go,
God.
And your uncles and your aunts and that family that loves you because you the backbone, because you the breadwinner, because you're so loved, when you can say, listen, damn all that.
If I could.
I'm gonna go over here with the Lord and do his work. When you lose everything like Job and you become a bum in the street and you don't put ashes on your body, looking at everybody like they're goddamn weird because you starting to see the truth and you start seeing it like, yo, and then your girl telling you, nigga, get off the ground, curse them and just go.
Damn.
And you look at her and say, bitch, you crazy. Listen,
Right.
The Lord not only blesses you, but you are looked upon as gold.
That's right. If I could,
Please,
one more
sir.
time.
Please.
I refuse to let my Cali Connect go.
Oh,
When I say refuse, I'm in the truth. But I got the Cali Connect phone number right there.
right.
Guess what happened? I lost my phone.
Damn right.
Christ.
Hey, listen. You know what happened? Know what happened? Oh, you ain't want to listen to the donkey. So, Lord said, I got something for you. I got this Negro. Don't even worry about it. Give me that. Hey, listen. My people name was Sancho. Okay, Mexican cartel, and it was real heavy. It was ooh-wee. And I said, the Lord said, nah, I'm gonna scare you so bad. And I ain't never been afraid of nothing. Not dying, shooting, none of that. And the Lord said, I did not choose you. You think it's a game, all right? To the point where I ran to the school, ran literally. I'm talking about. I said, look there. I said, see myself in a place and with a mindset that I've never seen. I said, bitch, you the devil. I got through and I ran. Ain't nowhere to be but in this truth, man.
That's right.
Ain't nowhere but listen. And now I understand the beauty of it all. And no, because I ain't no goddamn LGBT transformer. So I'm not gonna say pause. I'm gonna be a man and say what it is. the beauty of this truth, the beauty of this is nothing like it. It's outstanding to understand real brotherhood. Some of these brothers, I probably did them in the street, straight up and down when I was in the world. I probably did them, or they would just been victims of circumstances, straight up and down. That's what it would have been. Or they would have been custodies. A lot of brothers I probably would have never dealt with, but the Lord gave me a different. The Lord gave me a different mindset.
That's right.
To understand brotherhood, to understand loving your brother
That's
is
right.
a glorious thing. But listen, I want to get to this part real quick. Barbara Shaw, please read chapter 5, verse 1.
Come. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And afterward, Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh.
And did what?
And told Pharaoh.
So now I'm just speeding it along, right? Now Moses done said, now y'all know he done said, Lord, now you want me to do what? You want me to go to the king and tell what? And you want me to go to the children of Israel and do what?
Come.
Now he's at the point where he done went and snatched his brother up. Yo, Aaron, man, listen, because I got a speech impediment. I got a stutter problem. So lucky I wasn't trying to mimic or disrespect the brother, but I was just showing you something as an example. But Moses had a speech impediment, a stuttering problem, so he couldn't speak well. But his brother Aaron he articulated words well. So he got to his brother, yo, I need you to be my voice. And I need you to just do everything I tell you to do because the Lord told me this. And Aaron, he said, I'm a believe, bro. I believe you. You ain't say no more. Let's go. And right now, at this point, they done banged on Pharaoh's door. Yo, first of all, he done went to the children of Israel and said, yo, listen, this is what's happening. Now y'all coming with this. I'm about to free us. They looking at Moses guy like he got 8 heads.
Come.
You gonna do what? Don't worry, I'm going to Pharaoh right now. Matter of fact, Aaron, let's go. Now read.
Come. Thus said the Lord God of Israel.
Now they have Pharaoh. Listen, they don't not just banged on Pharaoh's door. They're in Pharaoh's court.
Come.
He's standing there talking to Pharaoh like he a little nigga. Salakia for the language. Please read.
Let my people go.
What?
Let my people go.
The Lord of Israel said, let my people go. This is when we ran up in the kingdom and told, yo, my God said, let us go. Go ahead.
That they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness.
Now listen, I want y'all to understand, see, because I want y'all to understand the Lord God lined up Pharaoh. He lined up Egypt. This is a lineup. The Lord lined him up because if you read in the beginning of that part, before when we first was reading, he said, I'm going to free my people.
That's right.
So if the whole intention of the Lord from the beginning was to free his people, why is Moses talking about going to just going to do some prayer? Read it again. Read it again.
Count. The Lord God of Israel. Let my people go.
Go ahead.
That they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness.
Now, right now, Moses saying, I just let them go so we can go ahead and get a feast on in the name of my Lord.
Right.
Go ahead.
And Pharaoh said,
go ahead.
Who is this the Lord?
Who is this the Lord? I got 800 and some gods. I got 700 and some gods. Who the hell is this? Who the hell are you talking about? Quickly.
So don't that cut that God loves everybody shit, Salakia?
Watch language. 1, 2. It does more than cut that. But let's stick to this real quick.
Okay.
Go ahead. I got you because I'm gonna show you what it cuts. Go.
Okay. That I shall obey his voice.
Go ahead.
To let Israel go.
Who the hell is this God person that's saying I should obey? So I gotta obey him? I don't even know him. Go ahead.
I know not the Lord.
I know not your Lord. Go ahead.
Neither will I let Israel go.
And I ain't letting y'all go. And it was He was cocky. Listen.
Nice.
Pharaoh said, "And I ain't letting y'all go. Now what? Now what, little nigga? Slogging for language, please. Baba Kashara, read on."
And they said, the God of the Hebrews
Mm-hmm.
had met with us.
Go ahead.
Let us go, we pray thee.
Now Moses said, "Listen, the God of the Hebrews. I'm telling you, I'd have met him. You not scary no more. Him, he's scary as hell. Listen, I don't even want. I'm not even gonna play with him. I'm doing what he told me to do. I need you to go ahead and just do this thing. Go ahead.
3 days journey into the desert,
Go ahead.
and sacrifice unto the Lord our God.
Mm-hmm.
Least let he fall upon us with pestilence,
Go ahead.
or with the sword."
Go ahead. Now Moses is giving pre-warning. Look, you don't want this problem. You don't want this problem with the one I'm telling you about, because I'm telling you what he's capable of. He could bring pestilence, or he could bring a sword upon you. So I'm trying to pre-warn you, yo, listen, all he asking for is a feast. I'm telling you what he told me was gonna happen. He was gonna free us. So I do what you want to do, though. Go ahead, read.
And the king of Egypt said unto them,
Go ahead.
"Wherefore though ye, Moses and Aaron, let the people from their works get you unto your burdens?"
Go ahead, read.
And Pharaoh said, "Behold, the people of the land now are many,
Mm-hmm.
and ye make them rest for their burdens."
And you try to make them rest for their burdens. You try to make it easy on them. I got something for you. Read.
And Pharaoh commanded the same day
Uh-huh.
the taskmasters.
On the same day Moses slid through there, he said, "You know what? Call the taskmasters to me." And he done gathered all the taskmasters and said, "I need you to do this." Read.
Of the people of their officers,
Mm-hmm.
saying,
Go ahead.
"Ye shall no more give the people straw to make brick,
Mm-hmm.
as heretofore. Let them go and gather straw for themselves."
Now, what just happened was, instead of making it easier and bringing the straw to them, make them go out and get the straw, then make them go to work. The oppressor is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Right? And guess what? That's like saying, go ahead. Go ahead, sir, because I think we gonna go to the same place. Go ahead.
Where do you get straw from?
Phil. make them Negroes, make them Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans go out in the field, gather the straw. Then when they gather the straw, come back, and then let's now build that stuff up. I want y'all to understand what this is happening in this time. Now we're just gonna use today's time. In today's time, what's happening is that shirt you got on, that's cotton. Go pick the cotton first, and then go make the shirts for the cotton.
Right.
Bump the show.
So like I don't know why I'm doing blink right now. Yeah, I'm drawing complete blank slide.
Now, I just want to give a brief synopsis of that. Now, this is they start torturing us. They start torturing us. They start making it harder. And because they start making things harder, the Lord start making things harder.
That's right.
For Pharaoh. Now, y'all can read the rest of Exodus and read all the way up. But we're gonna jump down. We're gonna jump to Exodus chapter 11. Now we're gonna get into Passover, because we're gonna have to make it quick because class is almost over. But we're gonna move it along. You guys, you brothers and sisters, y'all can go read the rest of the other chapters in between then and here and learn more about your culture, because you can find out what's going on. And by understanding your past, you're understanding your future, or you're understanding what's happening, not so much a future of your todays. You're understanding what's happening right now to your people. But let's go on. Read chapter 11, chapter 1. Chapter 11, verse 1.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 11 and 1.
Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Moses,
Go ahead.
yet will I bring one plague,
What?
Go
ahead.
more upon Pharaoh.
Now listen. Now this is what's done happened. The Lord done start plaguing Pharaoh. Start plaguing the land of Egypt. Start plaguing the people of Egypt. Start plaguing it, right? And he done gave all these different types of plagues. You can read the plagues on your own, but we're here at this point where the Lord done said, you know what? I'm sick of Pharaoh. I'm tired of his BS. I got one more plague for him. This one, this one gonna boop bop him. This one right here, this gonna stop him. Y'all gonna go after this one. I promise you.
Right.
Watch the difference between these man-made promises and the Lord's promise. Read this. I love this scripture right here, man. I love this chapter. I love this entire book here.
Right.
Read.
Come. And upon Egypt afterwards, he will let you go.
What? Read that. You did y'all hear what he just said? Read it again.
And upon Egypt afterwards, he will let you go.
Now let's get it in context. The Lord said, it reads, and the Lord said unto Moses, yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt. One plague more upon Pharaoh and Egypt. Afterwards, he will let you go. Hence, he gonna let you go. What? You getting the hell up out of here after this? After this one, he letting you go.
Right.
Go ahead, read.
When he shall let you go,
Mm-hmm.
he shall surely thrust you out.
Thrust you out. Go ahead.
Hence altogether.
Now this one right here, he's not this one that I'm about to. This one, this thing that I'm pulling out the chamber. This one gonna make him make everybody in Israel leave, because this one a doozy. I promise you, and that's what the Lord did. It's like it, sir. My eyes working. Oh, can you please get that to Goyala, Slakia? Goyala, I want you to read this.
Khan.
Read this.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 7, verse 1.
Read.
And the Lord said unto Moses,
Go ahead.
see, I have made thee a god to Pharaoh.
What? Read it again.
Khan. Exodus chapter 7, verse 1.
Read it.
And the Lord said unto Moses, see, I have made thee a god unto Pharaoh.
I made you a god unto Pharaoh. Go ahead.
And Aaron, thy brother,
Go ahead.
shall be thy prophet.
Shall be what?
Thy prophet.
Right.
What? Do y'all understand what's happening? Are y'all, listen, brothers, black, Hispanics, and Native American people, here I'm gonna put it in layman's terms today. The Lord made Commander Jenny-Hana a god unto this world.
That's
Right.
right.
And he made 12-shield General Hyman his prophet.
That's right.
Look what's happening. It's all over again. Ain't nothing new under his sun. Man, I'm telling you, I got chills because I know it's true.
That's right.
It's happening now. The Lord chooses who leads Israel. There's no votes.
That's right.
There's a choice. And when the Lord chooses who lead Israel, it happens. And then when it happens, everybody either answer to the call or fall. And the Lord gonna boop bop you up because the plague's coming. How the hell a world shuts down for 2 years? The entire world, and nobody really think this a plague? Hold on. Hold your thoughts. How the hell a world, the entire world shut down for 2 years? Nobody's paying attention. I'm gonna give another class, Lord allowing, next Wednesday, if not Wednesday, when we get back from Passover, I'm gonna give a next class, and I'm gonna explain the plagues, right? But look at the plagues that's continuously, the famine. Look at the prices of food right now, today. Look at the prices of food today. Look at the markup on everything. I used to get my hair braided for like $20, $30. Now they want $60.
Right.
For some straight backs. Killing me. You're killing me. Hold on, but there's more. The Lord said in this Bible, he said there's going to be plagues that's going to come that's not in this Bible.
God.
The entire world shut down for 2 years. Never in history has this been done. Not only that, the Euphrates River is drying up. People still not paying attention to this.
That's not
Oh, but wait, that's one of my bedrocks, because I look at this like, how the hell we can't? My cousin told me that the Bible is BS. I said, okay, hold on, listen to me. Read this right here. And I went to the book of Revelations, chapter 16:10, I believe it is, or chapter 9:16. I'll get it. Don't worry. I'll get it. But let me explain to you. And I said, read that. And it said that in the sixth vial, when the sixth, it will be poured, and the angel will do that. And it says the Euphrates River is going to dry up. But I said, now hold on, let's just do one more thing. Go to the book of Genesis, where it talks about the outline of the Garden of Eden. Now, when it talks about the Garden of Eden, it says the Euphrates River. Now, this is before Adam and Eve. This is the first garden. This is the first. This is one of the. Now, a river is connected to the ocean. There's nothing that can stop the water from an ocean flowing into a river unless a dam is put there. There's nothing in front of the Euphrates River stopping the water from the ocean to go in there. How is it not flowing? Because the Lord said he commands the waters.
right.
The Lord said he commands the waters. So when you tell me that the Bible, this Bible that I read is a lie, then I'm gonna ask you a simple question. You can use simple science. You can use Egyptology. You can go get your goddamn BS Quran. You can go get whatever you like. Show me proof. Show me right now why the water not flowing through the Euphrates River. Right now, you can walk across that mother. Right now, you can do that. Show me why it's not, and I'm gonna show you in the Bible why. Bob Shaw, sir.
If I could, that's like saying the Hudson River will dry up. Mind you, the Euphrates is way, way more major than the Hudson River.
Way major. Go ahead,
But
sir.
the Hudson River, that's just for the people who live in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut.
Right.
The Hudson River is connected to the Atlantic Ocean.
Right.
The Hudson River is connected to the Atlantic Ocean. And if the Hudson River dries up, how is that possible?
How? If no dam is built to stop it, how? If the water just run dry in the Hudson River, just runs dry, and you go stand there and you look at a wall of water, Now, I'm gonna do two things right here. I'm gonna show you two things. I'm gonna show you the glory of the Lord, right? But I'm gonna show you two things when I show you the glory of the Lord. Check this out. If you go stand there and you see a wall of water and the water's not flowing up this goddamn this empty space, why is the water not flowing? Because water does one thing: flow. That right there, that's a glory of the Lord, because you see a wall full of water and you see it's not flowing this way. You trying to figure, your brain can't compute. Here's another thing. I got you. Hold your thought. You know what the next thing is? Then you start looking at and did Moses really split the Red Sea? He had to.
Right.
He had to. Because guess what? You're gonna see two walls of water. I really want to go down to the Euphrates and go to the beginning of it and just look at it. Look at it. I want to see that there's nothing stopping it. I want to see that. So I can call all the people that tell me that I'm a liar, call them stupid. Slocky. I don't want to call them stupid. I just want to call them ignorant. You know what? I don't even want to call them ignorant. I just want to say I'm right by following Commander General Yohana.
That's right.
Because I know he follows Christ.
Right.
Because I know Christ follows the Lord. Please, quickly. Quickly.
Calm. Did you hear about the new plague that's out already? The fungus. the fungus is out in Georgia right now, and they're saying that it's going to kill everyone with weak immune systems. Fox News already said, estimated how many people it's going to kill, saying right now it's going to just kill people with weak immune systems.
Right.
And move on.
All right, quickly, go out quickly because we got to get through the rest of these.
Sir.
We're not even gonna be able to get through the rest of these scriptures. All right, listen, Israel, read Exodus chapter 11, go into Exodus chapter 12, and then you will understand what Passover is, why we have Passover. Because the next time class is gonna be at Passover. If the Lord allow it, the general is gonna bring this out. More than likely, they're gonna bring out the same thing. Man, tune in to the Lord's annual 54th Passover, hosted by Commander Journey Yohana. I'm priest and officer of 50 Kashaka War, holding it down for priest and officer of 5,000 Kawoga War, and we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, coming out of 1 West Harlem, New York, 125th Street, under Commander Journey Yohana, giving out the truth that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people are the true people that the Bible speaks of as God's chosen people. And with that, men of Israel, module.